morning from my side. Okay guys, yesterday I promised to come live and do one or two cutting tutorial, but I could not meet up due to so many things around me. So here I am today. Okay, so we are going to work on this design. I posted a design on my page, and many people were asking on how to cut and sew that particular design, you understand. So this is the picture of what we are about to work on. This is the picture. I hope you can see that. This is the picture. Let me show you another picture of mother and daughter wearing the same thing. You see that? And in different color. Okay, so this is what we are going to cut, and I'll be using this fabric on my table, you understand. Okay, so the style is not hard, it's not simple though, and you know there are so many ways of cutting one particular design. You can use so many ways to cut one particular design, you understand. So right now we'll proceed. If you are just joining, you're welcome. Please go to my Facebook account and follow me. My name in all social media is BN Stitches. BN Stitches. On Facebook, you will see BN Stitches Ann. On TikTok, you will see BN Stitches Ann. On YouTube here, you will see my full name, Unyimmadu CHINONYE MARYANN. Then my username is BN Stitches also. In Pinterest, you will see the same name, BN Stitches. My Snapchat, BN Stitches. So please do well to go to all my social media and follow me, all right? Mama, what's be coming down now? I'm busy today. So guys, we'll proceed in making the design. I don't know how to send message to those that requested for this design, but I believe maybe after making the design they will be able to see it. Okay, if you're just joining, you're welcome. This is what we are working on today. I pray that we'll be able to start and finish it. All right, this is another design of the same design in different color, so I'll be using this fabric. So guys, stay tuned while we proceed. My background might be a little bit noisy, so please bear with me. Bear with me, all right? Alright guys, to cut this design, I'll be using this fabric. I think I'll be needing my mic also so that it will be loud enough for you to hear me. So let me fix my mic. Okay, as we are doing this, if you have any question, please do well to ask. You understand? If you have any question, please try to ask. Where will I face this mic? You can see I'm backing my baby. She's not letting me do anything. She disturbs me a lot. But you see this design, I already have so many requests, so I have to do it. Thank you guys for liking. Hi Isaac, I see you. So right now we are going to proceed. So I'm making a video, a normal video that I'm going to post. So please, whatever I'm doing, try to follow up and understand what I am doing. Okay, so I'm recording another video. So I will start the introduction on that particular video so that they will understand what I'm doing. Okay, Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video we are going to make this beautiful design you are seeing on your screen. It's two-piece skirt and blouse, and it's designed with African print. Okay, so I'll be using this fabric on my table to cut the design. If you are just seeing my video, please watch, like, share and subscribe. All right, okay, I'll proceed by cutting the down part, that is the skirt pattern. So I'm going to fold this fabric with the biggest measurement, which is my hip. It's very important. So my hip is 48 divided by 4. It's going to be 12. So I'll be adding a little inches for joining allowance and all that. So I'm going to fold this fabric with 14 inches. As you can see me now. So after folding the fabric, looking at the skirt, you will notice that the skirt is a long skirt, but the skirt stops at your knee, above your knee length. Then the remaining of the skirt is a stripe. You understand? It's a busy stripe of the skirt. So as I folded my fabric, I'm going to be cutting the length from my waist to above my knee measurements. Okay, so you measure your knee to know where your own is going to stop. All right, so from my waist to my knee measurement is 18 inches. I don't want the skirt to be long, I don't want it to be too short either. You understand? So I'm going to mark out my starting line. This is my starting line. So guys, I don't know if this chalk is visible. I can't even find all my chalk. So after marking out my starting line, then I'm going to mark, from that starting line, I'm going to mark my waist down to the above knee, which is 18 inches. Then I'm going to add 1 inch. That 1 inch is going to serve as the half inch I'm going to use on the upper part, and the half inch I'm going to use on the down part. Then looking at the skirt, you will see that it has band. So we are going to minus 1.5 inch for the waistband. So I'm taking out 1.5 inch. Then from there I'm going to mark the 19 inches or 20 inches, depending how long you want it to be. You understand? So after that, the next thing I'm going to mark is from the waist to my hip line, which is 9.5 inch. It is 9 inches. Then I added half inch. That half inch is the one that I'm going to take out while joining the waistband. You understand? So remember marking your hip line. Please remember to take out the 1.5 inch. So after that, I'm going to divide my waist measurement by 4, which is 42 divided by 4 is 10 and a half. Then I'll be adding extra 1.5 inch. Then my hip measurement is 48 divided by 4. That is going to give me 12 plus 1.5. That will give me 13 and a half. Then on my knee line, since I have 13 and a half on the hip, I'm going to minus 1 inch from it, and I'm going to mark 12 and a half. Then if you want it to be more pencil, you can minus 1.5. You understand? Okay, so after marking that, all I have to do now is to connect the lines. What is it? So after connecting the line, guys, I'm going to cut it out. I just like, oh, thank you, my dear. I didn't get your question, Isaac. Who is asking? Ewa, you said, is the bulb used for lighting during filming or at night when it is dark? No, the bulb is not meant for lighting at the day because it used to shake on the screen. If I put it on, you will not like it. You see it? It used to shake on the screen if I put it on in the daytime. So I normally use it at night if I'm working. So right now, as I'm filming, I'm using my lead light, I be LED light, whichever one. You understand? So I'm not using this one because it used to blink on the camera. So after marking this out, I'm going to cut. Please, if you ask me a question and I wasn't able to answer you at the moment, be patient with me. I will definitely see the question and answer. You know my concentration is on this. So please bear with me, guys. So I'm cutting this out. After cutting this, for most of you that like to use that like to use that, I don't do that on my skirt. But if you want to attach that on your skirt, my baby is 1 year. She did her birthday on 17th of last month, so she's 1 year. So to add up your that, all you have to do is from the center of your skirt, you come in by 4 inches. So from that 4 inches, you go down by 5.5 or 5 or 6, depending how long you want the dart to be. So I'm going down by 5 inches. So I'm going to connect the 4 inches down to the 5 inches. Then after that, I'm going to mark half inch on the both side. I'm going to mark half inch on the both side. So I'll connect the half inch down to the 5 inches, and I will do the same to this side. In case you want to attach your dart, so you are going to hold this half inch together and do what? And stitch on it. So moving on, I'm going to use this now to cut out the back. And on the back, we are going to do a hip contour. There's something they call hip contour. It makes your clothes to relax on your hip. So I'm going to adjust the clothes. And I'll place the front body. Please, After cutting out the front body, try to notch the upper part so that you will differentiate the waist and the down part, because at times it might be confusing. Okay, so after this I'm going to place it this way. Then on this angle I'm going to mark 2 inches. My mic is off. Oh. I hope you guys are hearing what I'm saying. All right, Isaac, thank you. So I'm going to mark 2 inches. I'll mark it all down. I hope my cutting is visible on the screen. So after marking the 2 inches, I'm going to place this front body from that 2 inches that I marked, as you can see. Then I'm going to dot out the waistline. Then I'm also going to mark the hip line. This is the hip line, and this is the down part. So what I'm going to do now, on the waistline, I'm going to come in from here by 1 inch. Then on the down part, I'm also going to come in by 1 inch. So I will use my French curve and connect it down to the hip line. So I am not taking out anything on the hip line. I'm only taking out 1 inch on the waist, 1 inch on the down part. So I'm going to connect it. So after connecting it this way, the next thing I'm going to do is to cut everything out. I am done. This one, if you look very well here, you see I have 2 inches on the hip. Now 1 inch on the waist and 1 inch on the down part. So if I'm attaching my zipper, I'm going to take 1 inch, this 1 inch that I have on the waist. I'm also going to use 1 inch on the hipper area and this 1 inch on the waist. So the remaining 1 inch on the hipper area is hip contour. It will help your hip to relax very well. I hope you understand what I'm saying. It will help your hip to relax very well on the skirt. So the skirt will not flat your hip if you put it on. So moving on, I'm going to cut this out. So I'm going to cut it from this area down. And please always remember to notch to differentiate your waist and the down part. So I'm going to keep this one aside. Let's work on the upper part. This design, I'm using 3 years to make this design. So to fold this, I'm going to use my bust measurement to fold it, which is my bust is 46. 46 divided by 4 is going to give me 11 and a half. So I'll measure it to be sure that I have up to 11 and a half. So after that, I will determine how long, the length of the blouse, because looking at the picture that I just showed, you will realize that it's cropped up. This is cropped up and a long skirt. You understand? Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you there. This is cropped up. So you will determine how open you want your stomach to be. You understand? My half length is 17 inches. But I don't want mine to go up that much. You understand? So I'm going to be cutting this up with 19 inches. So you have to know the length which you want for your top. I look for sharp and tape a lot too. If I'm cutting, if I'm sewing, you see chalk, you see tape, I look for them a lot. I don't know if I'm the only one experiencing that. So I'm going to mark out my starting line. So from my starting line, I'm going to mark the length of my crop top, so which I'm using 19 inches. Then I'll be adding extra 1 inch. That extra 1 inch, I'm going to use half inch to join the shoulder, and I'm going to use half inch to turn up the lining because I'm using lining on this dress. So I'm marking 20 inches right now. So after marking the 20 inches, the next thing is to divide my shoulder measurement by 2 and mark it, which is, my shoulder is 15 divided by 2, that's 7 and a half. Then from the shoulder line, I'm going to mark my armhole line, which serves as the bust line. You understand? So I'll bring down my shoulder line here, which is 7 and a half. And I'm going to connect it with a straight hand. After that, I'm going to determine the neck I want on my design. So I'm going to do the wideness 3 inches and the depth 4 inches because I don't want the neck to hook me. I don't want it to be tight. I want it to go a bit down. Or 4.5 inches. So I'm going to connect the neckline. So after that, I'm going to come down from shoulder to 1 inch. That will serve as my shoulder slope. Then after that, I'm going to divide what I have from this shoulder slope down to the bust line into 2 and mark the midpoint. Then from that midpoint, I'm going to come inward by ½ inch. You understand? So this is where I'm going to connect my armhole from this point to this point down to the bust line. So on this part, I'm going to divide my bust measurement by 4, which is 11 and a half. Then I'll be adding 1.5 inches for joining allowance, which will make it 13 inches. So I'll be connecting my armhole from here to here. It's because of camera. If not, I love freehand. I love freehand. I like to do most of my covering with freehand. So after covering my armhole, the next thing I'm going to do is to divide my waist measurement by 4. My waist measurement is 42. divided by 4 is going to give me 10.5. Then I'll be adding 1.5 inches. That will be 10.5. That will be 13 inches, right? 10 plus 1.5. Okay, 10.5. That will be 12. That will be 12 inches. So after that, I'm going to connect it from the bust line down to the waistline. You understand? Then on this crop top, if you want to add your dart, you are free to do that. But on this particular design, I'm not using that on the upper top. You understand? So what I have to do now is to cut this out. I'm going to cut this out. Please, what are you sewing? Okay, let me show you what I'm sewing. This is what I'm sewing. I hope it's visible. You can see that. Okay, Chinyere, I hope you are still here to get your answer. And this is another color of the same thing that I'm sewing. If you go to my page, on Facebook, you are going to see this picture. So I got so many requests on how to sew it. That's why I'm making this video. Search my Facebook, BN Stitches Ann. BN Stitches Ann. You will see the picture there. So that's what I'm working on. Thank you. Moving on. Hello? I'm doing video. Missing buggy. And I'm live na YouTube. Alright, thank you. So now I'm going to cut this out. Then I will use it to cut out the back. Oh, I missed something. This will be my back because looking at that design, the front have zipper. So I'm going to remark the depth of the neck because it's our back. So the neck is not meant to go deep. So I'm going to use 1.5 inch for the depth and 3 inches for the wideness. I hope you understand. So I'm cutting the back neckline. So I'm going to use this to trace out the back, the front with the zipper allowance. While cutting the shoulder area, I added 1/2 inch, which I'm going to use to join the shoulder. I'm going to cut normal armhole. I'm not going to come in this deep because this is the back bodice now. I switched this to the back bodice, not the front. So I'm not going to go in this deep. I hope you understand my explanation. So I'm going to be cutting this out on the front bodice. Guys, please share this video so that others can join us. We are not much many here. We are just 13. Please share the video. So to cut out the front, I'm going to place the back bodice and I'm using 1 inch for zipper allowance. So I'm going to mark 1 inch for my zipper allowance. So after marking 1 inch, I'm going to shift these back bodies, and it's going to start on the 1 inch, which is for my zipper allowance. So the only difference between the back bodies and the front bodies now is the zipper and allowance, the neck depth, and the armhole. That's the only difference. So I'm going to dip my neck, the neck of this dress. So I will be cutting this out. So right now I'm going to dip the armhole for the front bodies. I hope you understand what I'm doing. Then I'm going to cut the zipper allowance open. So right now we have the upper body and the skirt bodies right now. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut the down part, those fringes on the down part. That's what I'm going to cut. Then in order to cut that, you are going to determine the full length of your skirt. So the full length of my skirt. Oh, my baby is sleeping. Please guys, I'm coming. Let me attend to my baby. This girl, I'll flog you. She don't want to sleep again. Okay, guys. So you have to determine the length of your skirt. If you are not sure, please always take measurements. So the length of my skirt is 38 inches. You understand? And the length we already cut out on the short part is 19 inches. You understand? So I'm going to take away 19 inches on 38 inches. Okay, let's just say I'm going to take away 19 inches. I forgot I'm doing video. I didn't even turn it on. Okay, I'll start afresh to explain. Sorry, guys. Alright, to cut the down part, you got to determine the length of your skirt. Okay? So right now I have 18 inches, 19 inches here. And this my skirt full length is 39 inches. So if I remove 19 inches from 39, I will have 20 inches left. So the strap, we are going to cut 20 inches for the length. Then I will be adding 1 inch for the sewing allowance. That will give me 21 inches. So to cut this, I'm going to cut it many. I hope my fabric will be enough. I'm going to cut it many. So, and the wideness I will be using is 2 inches will be the wideness. So I'm going to cut 4 inches unfold is giving me 2 inches. Yeah. This cloth is not strong like that too. So I think I will be marking. So this one pieces now is going to give me 2 stripes. You understand? The length of Ankara is about 45 or 44 inches. So this one now is giving me 2 stripes. So I will be cutting many of this because it's going to go all around the skirt. This is 4. This is 6. Guys, please share my live, share this video, guys, please. So guys, before I proceed in cutting another one, at this point I have to cut out my sleeve because this design have sleeve. So in case if the stripe is not enough, I might be using a black fabric because this material only have 3 yards here. And I'm thinking it will not be enough for this design. So I might be combining it with black material. So some stripe will be this material and while some will be black material. So in order to cut my sleeve, I'm going to measure my round armhole, my round arms. For freeness, I have, Mama, leave that. Oh yeah, come, let me back you. Okay. Okay, so my round sleeve is 17 inches. Sorry. So my round sleeve is 17 inches. I'm going to add then the length of the sleeve, I will determine how long I want the sleeve to be. So you always measure your length to know where you want it to be. So I want the length to be 11 inches. I'm going to add 1 inch, making it 12 inches. And my round sleeve is 17 inches divided by 2 is going to give me about 8.5 inches. So I'm going to mark 8.5 inches, and I'll be adding 1 inch for joining allowance. That will give me 9.5 inches. So this is the length of the sleeve. From here to here is 12 inches. And this is my round sleeve divided by 2. You understand? So the next thing I have to do now is to divide what I have here by 2 and mark the midpoint. This is the midpoint. So from this midpoint, I'm going to come down by 2 inches. I'm trying to teach you the simple method of cutting sleeve. I'm going to come down by 2 inches. Then from the side, I'm going to come down by 4 inches. So I'll be connecting my sleeve from this point down to these 2 inches and down to these 4 inches. So first of all, I'm going to use my French curve. You see the way I place my French curve? I can do this with free hand, but I want you to understand it. Then on this angle, I'm going to turn it up this way. And I'm going to curve. So do you get the shape now? Is this visible? I don't really think so, is it? Guys, are you seeing this very well? So this is what I have on the sleeve. Then on the down part, I'm going to measure my round arm here. And I have 14 inches. So I'm going to divide 14 by 2, that's 7. Then I'll be adding 1 inch for joining allowance. That will be 8. So I'm connecting this down to the 8 inches. Okay, this is for the sleeve length. So I'll be cutting it out. So I'll cut another one for the other sleeve. I think the best yard to use on this design is either 4 yards or you just buy complete 6 yards. So this is for our sleeve. So I'll keep it aside. Then the next thing, I'm going to cut my waistband. So I'm going to cut my waistband. Remember, my waist is 42. So I'm going to divide it by 2. It's going to give me 21. Then plus zipper allowance. I have 1 inch for zipper allowance. That's 2 inches. So it's going to be, I'm cutting all around 44. So but because my fabric is in pieces, I'm going to cut it and join. I'm going to do joining on this one now. So remember my waistband is 1.5 inch. So on this one, I'm going to cut out 2 inches. Unfold though, 2 inches unfold. So I'm going to mark 2 inches unfold. So guys, after cutting out, this is what I have for the waistband. So I'm going to measure it to know if it's enough. So what I have here is 38 inches. I'm going to add some inches to complete it, 44 inches. So moving on, this two is, I'm going to use this two for my waistband. So I will join them together. Okay, so to complete the stripe, I'm going to use plain fabric to complete it because my fabric is not enough. So guys, this is the what we've cut this morning so far. So this is the upper part. This is the band for the skirt. This is the down part. This is the sleeve. And this is the stripe for the down part. So I'm going to complete the stripe with plain fabric. Alright guys, I'm going to end this video here. We'll proceed maybe next 1 hour. Let me attend to my baby. Alright guys, thank you for watching my video. See you on my next video. Bye. Please follow me and subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. Bye.